Hey everybody, Lana here from Rebalance Kinetics and rebalancekinetics.com. It's Wellness Wednesday. I have changed the name of my weekly live. I know I wasn't super pumped on the first name I had anyways, so we'll see how this one sticks. So I'd love for you, as soon as you tune in, just give me a little wave. Let me know that you are tuned in. Tonight's video is all about neck and shoulders. I'm going to share with you my 3 favorite ways that you can manage your own neck and shoulder pain. And we're going to talk about why it's important in our sort of modern life with computers and all the texting and all that stuff. Why we need to take care of our necks. It's super important. Colleen and Donna, hi, nice to see you both here. Just in case you don't know who I am, I just wanted to take a minute to introduce myself. My name's Lana Welchman. I am an active rehab specialist, a neurokinetic therapist, and a movement and exercise coach. I also run rebalancekinetics.com, which is a virtual wellness studio, and I also see clients based here in snowy, it's not super snowy, getting to be snowy Dawson City, Yukon. I don't know if there's any other Yukoners or Northerners that are watching, but hello, it is no longer fall for us. Tonight's chat is, I'm going to be using a lot of what's called neurokinetic therapy. It is the modality I like to use most often with my clients, especially when they're dealing with some ongoing or chronic pain or discomfort. Tonight, like I said, I'm going to be chatting about sort of the effects that, as I readjust because I'm sitting funny, the effects that our modern life kind of have on our neck and shoulders, and the 3 ways that you can help manage that. So my favorite 3 ways are self-massage, strengthening, and stretching, but the key is as to which muscles you're strengthening and stretching. So we'll chat about this. Tonight's video, I'm hoping won't take too long, so if you're willing to stick around for 20 minutes, we'll be able to get through all this awesome material. If you're watching, just let me know where you're tuning in from. I'd love to know. And if you're watching the replay, just hashtag replay, so I also know that you tuned in afterwards. So I'm going to just start off talking about why we experience pain. Like, what is muscle pain? There's a ton of reasons why we might experience pain, like in the short term, you might have sprained an ankle or haven't had a fall. Those things might cause pain. Different diseases might cause pain. But what I'm going to focus on is muscle pain, and like that chronic ongoing muscle pain that you don't know why you have, and it drives you crazy. So like I said, I use something called neurokinetic therapy that helps connect sort of our past injuries and past trauma to what we're experiencing in our bodies currently. And so what it does is I help identify sort of underactive muscles in your body, and the tear, I call it this functional tear, that your body's learned to use to compensate for that movement. So whenever there's weakness or instability in our body always tries to create that instability, and it might use different joints or muscles or systems in your body that aren't intended for that purpose, and in the long term, that will cause pain. That's what I do. That's what I specialize in. So there's 2 reasons you might experience pain in the body, like that chronic ongoing pain that you don't know what it's caused by. One is either an overactive muscle, so that muscle is doing the job for another muscle, and it's maybe overworked. It's just, you know, we all get overworked sometimes. We tend to get a little tired, or it's overworked and it's tight. Okay. The other reason you might experience pain is a muscle that's underactive, or you could call it weak. But weak isn't the most accurate word for that. So an underactive muscle or a weak muscle that can't hang on, and it is like hanging on for dear life, and it's hurting. Okay. So if a muscle is underactive or weak, it does not need to be stretched, it needs to be strengthened. And if a muscle is overactive and it's feeling tight and painful, that muscle needs to be stretched. So the key is knowing which one to use and when. So that's where I'm here to help you out today. So I wanted to chat a little bit about sort of what computer use and what texting does to our neck and shoulders. So the main thing, I keep lifting my notes up and blocking my face. When we're using a computer, we tend to just always be looking forward. Our chin is sometimes slightly down, and our arms are usually out in front as we type. So we're kind of lost and stuck in this like forward position, kind of hunching forward. And if you're like me, you're blind, and you're also like squinting and like squinting at the computer screen. And so what this does over time is it's going to shorten off the muscles in the front side of your body, and some muscles on the back side of your body are going to have to compensate in order to hold you up. One of those main muscles are called your neck extensors, right in the back, that actually come up. I'll just point here. They come up and attach at the base of your skull, and some of you might get like those tension headaches or those like that soreness in the back of the neck. That's probably one of your neck extensors working a little bit too hard. The other thing that might get tight is our chest and our shoulders, which will in turn weaken some muscles in our upper back. So we just want to make sure that we are doing some activities and some movements that are both counterbalancing or counteracting what we're doing on a daily basis. And we also want to make sure that we're taking frequent breaks and not just being stuck in this little like computer Grinch position, okay? So I'm going to give you a few really easy ways that you can do this yourself. But before I do that, I'm just going to talk about a few key areas of pain. And if you are one of those people that experience pain in this area, just give me like a, oh yeah, that sounds like me. One of them is, like I just was mentioning, this suboccipital area, so right at the base of your head. A lot of muscles attach in there, and that tends to be a spot where those muscles become overactive, and like sometimes we'll get really tense feeling, and massage feels really good back there. So these muscles are often overworking for some muscles that sit deep in our neck that help stabilize our neck and keep our neck nice and upright. Another common cause of pain are the upper traps. I have one client that likes to refer to them as her mountains because they're just like bloop, little, she's got little mountains on the top of her shoulders. And these muscles too will stabilize for an unstable neck. Your upper traps will come up and attach into your neck. So that's another really common area of tightness and pain. Another really common spot I have clients complain of pain is right between the shoulder blades, kind of right along the spine. And a lot of times it's just because their neck extensors are really tight, and your neck extensors start up. I'm trying to point and do this. Your neck extensors start up at the base of your head, and some of them will come down and attach kind of in your shoulder blades. So it's just that whole muscle is tight. You might feel it pulling at the other end. Another spot you might feel pain and discomfort, which is quite common, which a lot of folks don't attribute to like a neck issue, but the front of the shoulders. You have what's called your thoracic outlet here. There's a lot of nerves and blood vessels that kind of come out of, they exit your spine, come out kind of in the front of your shoulder and down your arm, and a lot of people will experience tingling or pain down the nerve pathway, so down their arms, and it could be attributed to this thoracic outlet area. And this will get tight for some weakness in your upper back or maybe some weakness in your neck. All right, so those are kind of some key areas that you might experience pain, and I'm going to give you 3 ways to combat that right now. So the first way, and this is my favorite, is using self-myofascial release. I call it SMR, or just basically self-massage. My two favorite tools for self-massage are the trusty foam roller. I don't know if anybody uses foam rollers here, but I love mine. And then the other one we're going to use today, I'm just going to grab it here, is this trusty little air-filled bulb. This is a P40Y, okay? When we're going to use this for our neck. So I've got my treatment table all set up. I'm going to hop up here and run you through a few of my favorite exercises. So my first, I'll get up here. All right, so my first favorite exercise is an upper back roll, and this is to help massage some of those really tight core muscles you might have in your upper back. It also helps to mobilize your spine, your thoracic spine a little bit, especially if you're like stuck hunched over. So I've got a full-size roller. You can use one of those half ones, but it's got to be like a round roller, not one of the like that dough ones. All right, so for this one, you can lay on your back, and I place the foam roller right around like where my bra strap would come around the back. Okay, I'm going to use my arms to support my head and neck, and then I'm just going to lift my hips up off the floor about an inch or two, and I'm going to bend my knees, rolling towards my neck, and then straighten my knees, rolling towards my lower rib cage. I don't want to go past my lower rib cage. I'm just staying within that sort of thoracic spine area. And just rolling back and forth. I could stay here all night. I love this one. And you could roll there for a minute or two. Good. And as you do that, you may experience some like popping or cracking in your back, and that's totally fine as long as there's no pain associated with that. All right, so that's my first favorite self-massage exercise. My second one, I'm going to use the softie, this little soft yellow ball, and I'm going to massage the muscles of my upper neck or my suboccipital. So for this one, I'm going to take the ball, place it right in the center of my neck at the top of the spine, right at the base of the skull. And I'm just going to nod my head up and down, massaging that area of your upper neck. And then the other one you can do is actually turning your head from to the side and then back up. And then turning again and up. Good. And about a minute with the self-massage exercises, doing both of those. So those, I love those two exercises. They are a couple of my faves. All right, the next one I'm going to show you is for your deep neck flexors. And it's best to do this one after you've done that rolling with the ball. And so this exercise is to help strengthen some of those neck stabilizers. I'm not going to show you this one lying down. I'll show you sitting. So for this one, I might show you this way. You're going to sit up nice and tall, and you're going to tuck the chin to your chest, and then try to retract your chin back. Okay, and then you're going to relax. Tuck, chin back, okay, and try to pull that chin back and forehead coming down. And then relax. Tuck, chin back, forehead down. Okay. If you need a bit more resistance for that, you can add a couple fingers at the forehead, just using your fingers as resistance. Okay. And you should be feeling that right along the front of your neck. And you want to do like maybe 10 reps of those deep neck flexor exercises. So that's my first strengthening exercise, that deep neck flexor, so the chin tuck. I have a client who likes to call it the Yoda chin, also accurate. Okay, the next one that is also one of my favorite neck and shoulder exercise is a scapular retraction or a shoulder blade squeeze. I'm going to take my sweater off here so you all can see what I'm doing. For my shoulder blade squeeze, I'm going to sit up nice and tall, okay? And I'm going to do it with my elbows bent 90 degrees. From here, I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades down and back, imagining that there's a pencil right between my shoulder blades that I'm trying to squeeze and hold, and then relax. And then squeeze that pencil and relax. Now, you notice my arms are moving, but it's not because I'm actually like rotating my shoulders or my arms. That movement is actually coming from my upper back. As I squeeze my shoulder blades together, my hands are going to move a little bit. This is a really simple exercise you can do anywhere. It's going to help strengthen some of those muscles in your upper back. And if you're excessively tight in the front of your shoulder and chest, you'll feel it there as well. You're going to hold it maybe 2 or 3 seconds, 10 reps. Do that a couple times a day. So that was my 2 favorite strengthening exercises. One for the neck, one for the upper back. And that's going to help correct that like computer hunched over position. All right. I'm going to show you a couple stretches. These are my favorite stretches. My first one is a side neck stretch or a lateral neck stretch. And I'm going to show you one specifically for a muscle called your levator scapula. And it is a muscle that shrugs your shoulders up towards your ears. And in a lot of people, this muscle gets really short. So for this one, I'm going to have you place that hand behind your back. That just helps keep your shoulder down and back and keeps it from rising. And then you're going to tilt away from that shoulder and then look down to your foot. So I'm going to look down, and you should feel a nice stretch on the side of your neck, but just kind of like back side, I would say. You can hold that anywhere between 30 and 60 seconds. If you get neck pain, just stop. You could try maybe holding it for 5 or 10 seconds, but I would probably just get checked out by a professional. All right, we can try the other side. So hand goes behind your back. We're going to tilt and then look down to your foot. And again, holding somewhere between 30 and 60 seconds. Perfect. And then the last stretch I'm going to show you is a chest stretch. So I'm going to use the wall for this one. This one might be tough because I have to turn away from you. But what you're going to do is you're going to place your, if I was facing the wall, you're going to place your hand on the wall. And we're going to try to elevate our arms slightly. So we're not just going to have it down here. Lift it up slightly. And then you're going to turn away from that arm. One really common mistake I see people make when they do this stretch is that they'll let that shoulder roll forward. You want to make sure that you're squeezing the shoulder blades down and back, just like we did in that shoulder blade squeeze, because that's going to help keep the shoulders and chest open and really target your pec muscles. Okay? So for this, we're going to place that hand up on the wall. Okay? And I'm keeping my shoulder blades down and back, and I'm turning away from that arm, and holy crap, this chest is really tight on me. So I'm going to hold it, so 30 to 60 seconds, and one really key thing is don't push too hard. You just want a nice, gentle stretch that allows the muscle to relax. You overstretch, that muscle's just going to want to tighten up. And then switch to the other side. Shoulder stays down and back. Ooh, and we're going to rotate the other direction. All right. So those are my top 6 exercises using stretching, strengthening, and self-massage. if you have any questions about what the exercises are I showed you, just post below or send me a DM. And if you want to know, so these exercises I showed you are pretty general, you know, it's sort of intended for that computer use. But if you want to know what specific exercises you should be doing for your neck and shoulder pain, I would suggest visiting a neurokinetic therapist. So if you don't live in Dawson City, just send me a message and I'll connect you with someone in your area. And like I said earlier in the video, neurokinetic therapists will really help you connect how your past injuries and your movement have affected what you're experiencing in your body today. And we'll give you really simple exercises that you can do in like 2 minutes a day to help reprogram how your brain's motor control center helps control and interpret movement, which will then help you get rid of that nagging chronic pain once and for all. So if you want to learn more about how your body is specifically moving, send me a message and book a session with me, or send me a message and I'll help you find somebody who can help you out. That is it for Wellness Wednesday. I hope you learned some really useful tools. And if you know anyone who would benefit from seeing this video, please invite them into the Reactive Women Hub, just so we can get a nice vibrant community happening here, and we can all support each other as we all reclaim our fitness. All right, see you guys next week.